Welcome to Half Past Broke, where negative 2 out of 10 doctors recommend us. I'm different.
I'm Eric, negative 2 out of 10. Now, my math ain't too good, but those are some pretty good odds. That sounds like we come highly recommended in the medical community.
Yeah, if you want to hasten your demise.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, did you miss me? I'm back. It's me, Eric. Do you remember me? Look, who is that? Oh, yeah, my goodness.
That man bun almost looks like it's on purpose.
Yeah, it's not. It's tough. When I got the man bun, first of all, why do we call it a man bun? It's called a fucking bun, right? Like you don't call it a female bun. This isn't very progressive.
You
don't call it a fucking
chick bun.
Yeah, you don't call it a woman bun. Oh, nice woman bun, nice woman ponytail. Like it's just a fucking bun. It's just my hair tied back. What do you want from me?
Every time I hear ponytail, all I can think about is The Outsiders.
Pony boy. Every time I hear ponytail, I just think of Steven Seagal's frail little saturated.
His ponytail needs Viagra.
Yeah, his 3 strands of hair tightly wrapped in the world's smallest rubber band, dipped in a vat of hair gel. Anyway, we've already covered Steven Seagal's ponytail because that's just the kind of people we are. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a pretty serious topic I want to talk about today.
But first, what are you drinking?
Oh. Lemonade.
Oh, really?
Is it really lemonade? It's Crystal Light. It would be like
okay.
Air quote lemonade.
It's like sugar-free Kool-Aid, basically. Yeah,
it's not bad, but I'll tell you what. A little story time. Now, maybe you guys can diagnose me with a fucking medical issue here. But so rewind time to the old beginning of the pandemic, and everyone was just fucking drinking because we're on lockdown. What else can we do?
Yeah.
we put in our mobile orders to the liquor store. We do curbside pickup, and we just chug vodka. Because I believe I was on a keto diet at that time as well. So I was just drinking hard liquor. And when I was mixing it, I was like, oh, let me mix it with Crystal Light, some lemonade. And it was so good. But like when you're drinking like that capacity of Crystal Light, my foot would like swell up. Right?
Oh,
my foot
would aspartame or whatever.
I don't know what it was, but like I would wake up, my foot would be tight, and I'd look down and it would just be fucking swollen, and I'm like, am I gonna die? Like, is this okay? And it happened again. It happened to me like 2 times, all when I was just like heavily drinking Crystal Light with vodka. Is it probably the copious amounts of alcohol I was consuming? More than likely, but.
Be the only person to ever give yourself diabetes from just drinking Crystal.
he got diabetes from drinking sugar-free stuff. Yeah, I don't know. So diagnose me if you can. But my foot got like really swollen for like
I think that's
a couple hours at a time.
I think that's dehydration coupled with alcohol. Honestly,
really? Yeah,
I understand, but I don't know. I'm not a medical expert. Swole.
So, yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like specifically like it happened like 2 or 3 times within like a month or 2 period, and then never happened. It never happened before that, and it never happened again. So Crystal Light, I'm coming for you. All right, as I'm drinking it right now, but this is heavily diluted.
Yeah. What happened to the meat mall?
Oh, I can't afford that. You kidding me?
Oh, you ran out already?
Oh yeah, I ran out. I was actually just on the website today, and I was gonna buy it because there was a buy one get one free offer. But it's gone now. It was a week or 2 ago. I know. And that's why I was like,
why did you post it on my deals, you bastard?
Well, because no one else posted the fucking deals. I can't be the only one.
I do post the online deals.
I don't believe it.
Okay. Let me pull up Discord.
Yeah, dude, no one's posted in that. I actually also
oh my god, I just saw what you sent me.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh god.
Anyway, while we're arguing about who's not posting in the Discord about the deals, I got into a neat little hobby recently, a neat little thing, and let me explain to you why I got into this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason, when I basically have just incentivized myself to become more organized. Let me tell you what I got into. I got into pens, nice little pens, and like modifying pens and putting like different inserts in them, and like having a nice pen on you at all times, right? And it incentivizes me to be more organized, right? To write things down more, because I forget fucking if I don't write it down, I'm fucked. So I have to write everything down. So if I'm going to be constantly writing things down, it's cool to have a nice little pen that you can customize and write how you like and feel how you like. So here I am like a jackass. Now I got 3 of the same pens, right? With all different inserts in them. We got fucking gel in one. We got a Fisher Space pressurized insert in the other. And then we just have the stock.
Talking about the, like, we were talking about that for the camping thing. You have that one pen that's like basically you can write and everything. That's so cool. Yeah.
So what I did is I have that's upstairs. It's called the Fisher Space pen. It's a little bullet, but this one is actually, I have that insert in this pen. So this pen will write anywhere. This pen will write underwater, in space, upside down, you name it, we're writing. So I put that insert in this pen. And it's fun. I don't know. It's a neat little hobby that could probably get really expensive, but I'm just trying to keep it like entry level. So that's what I'm doing.
Do you have to purchase yourself a pocket protector now too?
Yeah, absolutely. I was literally just looking up pen cases. Right before this, I was looking at pen cases.
So, I like to that degree though. I'm like, as someone who DMs for D&D and stuff like that, like I write down everything. Like the amount of bookmarks I have in my monster manual for like every given thing. My freaking Dungeons Master's guide is like all written in and everything. Like I know I do a lot of writing, but I have like just a shit pen.
No,
like,
get yourself, dude.
I have one of these, the simple gel pens. The reason why I buy gel pens, and I probably should get into this hobby too, because I'm left-handed. So when I'm writing, I have to have something that dries quickly, or I'm smudging the entire fucking thing when I'm writing.
Gel pens are not good for that, right?
No, this gel pen is perfect. It dries fast enough that by the time I get to that point, like, it's already dry.
Cool. Yeah. I always forget that lefties have that issue.
Yeah, it sucks. And also, oh my god, okay, not to go too far off the story, just a quick story. I was walking out of a building after making a delivery, and I had in my right hand the thing I use to scan the packages and everything. So I went to go open the door with my left hand, and I pushed the wrong side of the door in front of the person that behind the desk, and she just looked at me weird. I go, sorry, left-handed, and I pushed the door open. So, like, because, like, I'm so conditioned to opening doors with my right hand because that's how all the doors are oriented. So, like, for the first time in a long time, I faced that lefty thing where I had to push the door and walk like this to get out of the door.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to being left-handed.
Yeah, I know the whole. Yeah, but like also adapt, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like you like just became lefty.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that, like for the first time, my right hand was full, so I had all my hand was my left hand free. So when I went to go push the door open, I remembered like that. Like very rarely do I have to do that, but it was just the one time I was like, shit, being left-handed sucks.
I feel like, so not to shit on lefties here, but right, you always hear people be like, oh, it's so difficult to drive stick when you're lefty. Yeah, but like, is it really?
No, because I drove stick for years when I was in. I learned how to drive. That was how I learned how to drive, was with a stick. Like it just
right, like it's not like somebody right now. Absolutely, if like something happened and you could only use your left hand, yeah, that would be difficult. But like, it's.
Yeah, I will say this, like, using my right hand is really hard, and so, like, when I've run into things where I have to use my right hand, like, shooting guns and power tools are a big thing, because the little, like, switch is meant for your thumb, and the way I hold it, like, my thumb is on the other side, so I can't, like, hit the safety. I have to, like, I have to take my hand off the trigger, or, like, off the handle of the gun and push the safety out. So it's kind of a pain in the ass in that sense, because like sometimes I have to like kind of contort my finger up to hit it, and it throws off my sights, especially when you're at like the firing range where you have to like kind of aim down sights, and when you're ready to fire, you're basically like click and then you aim, so it kind of throws off your aim just a little bit. So there is a couple things that is noticeable with, but it's not something where I'm like, oh god, this sucks being left-handed. Oh god, it sucks being left-handed. It's just like there's a couple like small annoyances that I deal with, but I've done it my whole life. I've never really noticed.
The writing, I can see the writing.
Yeah.
The writing makes sense because you're right. So you're writing lefty, so you're inevitably going over with. If you're like, I'm a hand dragger, like right, like when I write,
I
my hands.
Too.
Yeah, so you're just dragging your hand over what you've just written,
and that's why I only use pens. I can't use pencil, and like drawing is a lot harder too.
Yeah.
Like unless I'm drawing like on like with it standing up, and I can draw like this, but I have to draw with my hand like kind of out, like how like normal people draw. But like with pencil, it just turns into like just a smudge on the thing. I hated writing in pencil.
You do some things righty, right? You do a couple things right-handed. I feel like we've had this conversation. Baseball. How do you play baseball?
Left-handed. I drive right-handed, but that's just because like left hand on the steering wheel, right hand. I drive a stick, like I'm still driving a stick, like because that's how I learned how to drive. So I still drive with one hand on, the other hand like on the console.
I drive with my left hand mainly on the steering wheel as well.
Yeah, same. So I drive right-handed, like mostly. But that's just because like everything's on the right side of me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like to leisurely put my arm on my armrest. My right arm.
I'm trying to think. There's not much I do right-handed. I cook left-handed. Like, oh, it's a pain in the ass.
Do you cook lefty or righty? I've never thought of like.
Well, because where the handle is, like, because sometimes the handle is hanging off the edge. If you're cooking left-handed, the handle's hanging off the top of the stove, which makes it more for a chance for you to whack the end of the thing. So I usually what I do is I turn the handle inside, so it's inside the stove, so it's not hanging off the edge. And then when I go to cook, I have to grab the handle and switch it around. Like, there's things that you do like a lot of people take for granted that I have to think about.
I don't know. I feel like that's more like orienting it, so like just like not setting yourself up for failure at that point. Like I don't know if that's like a lefty or righty thing. It's just like don't dangle the.
Yeah, but
right?
if you're cooking,
don't dangle the handle.
If you're cooking with your right hand, you can grab with your left hand the pan while still being inside the oven. I have to switch it to the outside, so I just have to keep moving it. Like, and it again, a lot of these things like that people complain about being left-handed. It's just small things that you just kind of work around. It's really not all that hard.
I see what you're saying now. So if I'm going in there with a spatula, going to flip a burger on a skillet, right? I have control of the pan with my left hand. And I'm flipping the burger with the right. If I was to, absolutely, can I flip a burger with my left hand? Yes, I can. It's just more natural to do it the other way. So I totally see what you're saying.
Yeah.
As far as that goes.
Yeah, like I said, nothing that's like world ending. It's just a lot of stuff that you have to like kind of put some thought. Doors are the biggest thing though. Doors are the biggest pain in the ass.
Can you write righty? If you had to write a note. What's the difference?
Not. Absolutely
really?
Not. It looks like, fucking horrible.
I wonder how mine looks.
I did like writing in Arabic. When I was learning how to read and write in Arabic, I did like Arabic because Arabic reads right to left. So when you're writing it down, you write right from left. So I drag my hand across.
What other languages do that? A couple other languages.
I think, doesn't Japanese write right to left and down like that?
I think you read... I don't know. I know you read it right.
You read right to left in mangas. So I'm assuming that's how they write too. I don't know a lot. Like I know Arabic for sure because I actually learned the language.
Yeah, I can't find my little notepad right now, but I'm gonna try to see if I can write lefty one of these days, and we'll see. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna train myself to be a lefty.
My mom's ambidextrous. She can literally write with both hands.
And you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Really?
But
I was always amazed.
3 of my siblings are left-handed.
Oh, thank you.
What'd you get?
We got a bang it. Ooh,
cherry lime.
We got a bang delivery. We got a bang. Yeah, no, peach mango.
Ooh, peach mango. I love that flavor.
Upstairs.
You ever had the Star Blast one?
No, but let me tell you what the worst energy drink I ever had was, and I almost couldn't finish it.
Rockstar.
It was just Rockstar in general.
Yes.
No specific flavor. No, I had a Bang Energy. It was sour candy apple.
Oh, I hate artificial apple. Sour apple artificial flavor is hands down the worst artificial sweetener.
It's nothing
ever.
like what it's like what you're thinking it tastes like is not in any way, shape, or form, because I know exactly what I mean. I'm assuming you're thinking of just like a typical artificial sour apple, right?
Yeah, like the Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that.
Yep. Not that.
Really?
Not that. It's fucking bad. Like I almost want people to try it so that we can all get together and sign a petition and send it to Bang and be removed. Like, what the fuck is this? It's not even like
it's not even like a Dollar Tree reject one either. It's like one that they sell at like corner stores. I've seen it.
The Dollar Tree reject one around me is champagne.
Yeah.
That's bad, but it's still better than
Yo, have you ever had the Froze Rose one before?
I did.
Like,
I think
it's so good. I love that flavor.
I had that one. I'll tell you what, talk about dollar store rejects. I think I've talked about it before. The
that's my band name.
Dollar store rejects. Yeah. I'm interested because
we all just
can we start a band?
Yeah. I'm learning the ukulele.
I know the ukulele. That's not true. I know a few chords. We'll start a ukulele influenced band.
Do it, band.
Yeah. The monster Java with oat milk. I think it's called Farmer's Oats. That's the dollar store reject. Holy shit, it's so good. It's so
I've never
good.
Seen that.
Go to the Dollar Tree, right, and look for the energy drinks. It's so good. It's like it's almost too smooth. Almost like you could drink like 7 in a row.
Would you say it's criminal how smooth it is?
No. Not even gonna let you get that one.
Oh, come on, that was a good one.
No, well, it was a reach.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Well, like what about it is criminal? You just wanted to make.
You said it was almost too smooth.
Yeah.
Would you say it's criminal?
No, I would not arrest the person who made this for making it too smooth. let me rephrase it. It's not too smooth. It's so smooth.
So smooth.
Yeah, not too, just so.
What are we talking? Like ZZ Top smooth?
I don't know. You made that joke yesterday, right? And I don't get it.
No. Dude, I can't remember what I said to you, but no, I was listening to ZZ Top.
I've never listened to ZZ Top in my entire life.
This week, I don't know why. I was just listening to ZZ Top, mostly because Dusty Hill just passed away.
Yeah, I did hear that. That's a bummer.
And I was like, oh, I kind of want to re-listen to ZZ Top because I listened to it a lot when I was younger. And I'm like, oh, man, it still hits. Still hits right.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's just so good.
Never got into him. Nothing against him, right? Just never.
Yeah.
They were and canonically, Dusty Hill was Hank Hill's cousin on King of the Hill. That was a thing in the show. If you guys didn't know, they do. ZZ Top does show up in King of the Hill.
Yeah, like all the members were actually acted their parts. Like it was so cool.
And they were just like pranking Hank the whole time. And it was a really good episode actually.
Because Dusty Hill, ZZ Top, like the members are from Texas, aren't they? They're from like Austin or Houston. I think they're from that area.
No idea.
I think they're from Texas. Can we say shoes from Texas are dumb?
I'm not.
Come on, SpongeBob.
No! I was so hoping that wasn't a King of the Hill reference because I didn't get it, and now I'm just so fucking okay with not getting it because it's a SpongeBob reference.
What the fuck? How dare you?
So here's the thing: is I grew up watching SpongeBob, right? But like, I didn't watch too much TV when I was younger. But like, I didn't not watch TV. If that makes sense. Like, I was just watching in passing. I would never be like, fuck yeah, SpongeBob's on. Let me, recite the episode. Like, it wasn't like that. So there's a lot of it I missed.
The thing is, like, with me with SpongeBob is I had a lot of younger siblings that would watch
that makes sense.
A lot. So, like, there's a lot of shows that I remember just because they happened to be around when I was, like, sitting on the couch doing homework, good God forbid, or playing video games, actually.
Yeah.
Because who does homework?
That's a good question.
Obviously not me. Have you seen me?
Wow. Speaking of doing your homework,
yeah,
it's time for figuratively bang for your buck.
I love the little
well, you have
the head shake for the people
listening
on the listening and not seeing. Eric does this little head shake every time he does bang for your buck.
You would be silly not to. So this was supposed to flow a lot smoother into the whole like pen thing that I got, but it didn't because we went off on a tangent, and I'm totally okay with that.
Pens sparks conversation.
Yeah. So,
story worth 1,000 words.
I think it's a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Whatever.
What?
I told you I didn't do homework.
A story worth 1,000. Like, oh man. All right, I'm gonna let that one slide. So yesterday I was doing a little shopping, right? Shopping, if you will, because I realized that didn't make much sense. I went to Staples because, like I told you, I'm interested in pens these days. So I went to Staples to see what they had. There's a really nice pen that I wanted, the Zebra F701. I have a couple of them now, but they're really good. All steel. There's no part of it that is not steel, which is awesome because it allows you to put the other inserts in it. Actually, the stock ink in this, the tube is steel.
No, I mean, like, what's the is like the ink like ink, or is it like a special kind of ink?
It's ink. It is. We are not. No.
That was a legit question. I wasn't sure if there was like a special like something in the ink to make it right underwater and not bleed.
No, that's the ink is legitimate ink.
I need to take a video of you writing underwater.
I will. You know what? I'll go underwater and I'll write with it. So when I was looking at the pens and I was looking at the ink inserts and refills, I noticed that one on the shelf was already ripped open. Like this one's sealed, but it was like this, but it was ripped open, right? Almost halfway. Like somebody actually pulled it out and tried to click it and put it back in. So what I did was I grabbed it. I grabbed what I needed and I went to the front desk and I said, hey, I was just wondering, like, is there a discount on this or anything? If it's an open package, I know you guys probably just end up sending it back to the factory or like doing whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't know. Like, as long as you're not a fucking asshole about it, right? And you just, like, there's no harm in asking. Some people would go up and be like, I want a discount on this. This is open. This is just, you guys aren't, like, guess what? You're not getting the fucking discount. I went up super respectful, as I am, a very respectful person. You know? The guy doesn't get, like,
but me.
Well, fuck you, first of all. And second of all, that's it. Yeah. You know, and I was like, it's not a big deal at all. I'm just checking because I know it's open. You know, if it's on discount, I would love it. If not, I'll just go buy, you know, a fully packaged one. He's super respectful. He calls his manager. Guy comes over. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Let's take it for $5. I was like, thank you so much. It's a $9 pen. Got it for $5. So that's your little tidbit of information. Bang for your buck wise is don't be a fucking asshole, but also don't be afraid to ask for a discount on open products. Now, don't be a fucking piece of shit and go open the product and go ask for it, because then you're an asshole. Absolutely.
Is that like what was that, Big Daddy? He smashed the shit out of stuff.
I'm like vaguely remembering that scene.
Like, as soon as you said that, I like immediately pictured the scene where he's just slamming cereal on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So don't do that. But also, if you see something that's open on the shelf, keep an eye out for it, right? Because no, don't do it with food. Someone probably slipped some fucking acid in there. You're gonna have some fun with your bag of potato chips. But just simple stuff like that. You know, get stuff at a nice discount, but always be respectful about it, because guess what? The nicer you are, the more likely they are to help you out with it. And if you're a fucking asshole, they're absolutely going to tell you to leave. And that's my little tidbit for the day. That's my little information. And I hope one day that comes in handy. And y'all think of me when you get a killer deal. You say, damn, that fat guy from that podcast really knew what he was talking about. That's it. What do you got? Well, first of all, actually, I never asked you what you're drinking.
Oh, I got my little bougie coffee that I got at the public farmer's market.
Talk to me about the roast, but quickly, because I also have to ask you about your bang for the buck, assuming you have one.
Oh, I like legit don't remember what it's called. It's just called Bold and Roasted. It's a local company. I should really shout them out at some point, but I keep forgetting to grab the bag. But really good, $16 a pound now. So take that for what you will.
Is it worth it though?
Yeah, I don't drink it enough for it to like run out that quickly. I've had the same bag for about a month, and I'm about halfway through because I only use like 2 scoops at a time.
A pound, is that the standard, like, tall
the standard one.
Okay, I think at Trader Joe's I paid about $9 for a pound of pretty good coffee.
Yeah, I mean, like, most of the biggest reason why I bought this kind of coffee is because it's local, and I really like buying local.
Absolutely, as one should. You should have pride in where you live and the people in your community in which are doing big things like starting their own businesses and going above and beyond to be the best people they can be.
Yeah,
and you should support them.
There's a bunch of guys like my age too, which was kind of cool.
Right. It's awesome.
It's so crazy. Like, okay, so actually, I'll talk about this after bang for your buck. But I talked about this last week, and I wanted to bring it up again because I think you would appreciate it.
Talk to me. Pickles.
Homemade.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Homemade dill pickles. I put all the seasoning. It's got the black pepper corns and the mustard seed at the bottom. You know what this means? Homemade picklebacks.
Oh, man. So
they're so good. And they have the crunch of a cucumber still, but they have the taste of a dill pickle.
I like that.
So
I like that stage in a pickle where it still has that good crunch. Yeah. Because, well, it's hard to find without the preserved, I think. I'm assuming that the reason they stay there has to be
the vinegar,
right?
The vinegar.
I guess you're right.
And because vinegar, I don't think vinegar can go bad. I just think it like denatures into alcohol.
So real quick, can I know the secret family recipe? What's in there? Do I have to be shot if they have the information? Do we have to
secret family recipe from allrecipe.com
from some lady named Shannon?
Actually, who wrote this? Tammy.
Tell fucking Tammy. She's our content creator. Shout out.
Yeah, Tammy. Thank you for the recipe.
Yeah, thanks Tammy from allrecipes.com.
It was super simple. No cooking needed. It was 3.5 cups of water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I guess I did have to boil some things. 3.5 cups of water, 1 1/4 cup of white vinegar, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of sea salt, 2 cloves of garlic, and 2 heads of fresh dill. You take the water, sugar, sea salt, vinegar, and you boil it down so it's a brine. Basically, you cool the brine off so it's room temperature. You fill the jar up with the pickles first. Don't put the pickles in afterwards because pickles float. Or because cucumbers float. So what I did is I stuffed this thing like just packed full. Like you saw, it was like almost empty because I've been eating the shit out of them. I made 2 jars. So pack them full. Then I added stuff. I added mustard seed and I added black peppercorn.
That was going to be my question because I wanted to know: did you add stuff off recipe?
Yeah, I added that, and I added a little bit of. I added dried dill because I couldn't find any fresh dill.
Grow it.
Yeah, so like that, and that was really the only thing I added to it. And I also doubled the recipe because this was for a smaller thing, and I'm using a freaking quart jar. So I had to use. It was simple enough as just adding a little bit more. Measurements do not need to be precise as long as you have enough brine to cover all the pickle.
Yeah.
Like as long as it stays in proportion and you're not like going more vinegar than water, because too much vinegar you're just gonna have really, really sour pickles.
I like a good tang in a pickle.
Yeah, but if it's too much, is there such a thing as too much tang? Like, because I feel like if you just like had a shot of straight vinegar, like I feel like if you had too much vinegar in it, it would kill like the good, like the layer of flavor.
Yeah, I you know what? I would like to have an overly saturated in vinegar pickle to see, to really test this, because I believe in science, you know.
I do,
and the only way to prove is there such thing as too much tang in a pickle is by trying it.
And talking about the public market, you can buy $16 coffee, and you could also buy basically 40 pickling pickles, like the little small ones, for like $6.
They're like little cucumbers, right?
Yeah, they're about half the size of a cucumber, a lot skinnier. You've seen them in the jars, like the whole gherkins. That's about the size of them. They were probably about like 6 inches, average.
Is it though? Is that what we're telling ourselves? Anyway, I've seen them at a farmer's market near me. I've seen those, and I'm like, oh man, those would be so good to pickle with.
They're so easy too. Like not a lot of mess. I did it as soon as I got back from the farmer's market. Cut them up, made the brine twice because I used 2 different jars, and I just had this little small thing to make the brine in. And yeah, it took me 2 seconds. It takes 72 hours for it to be like a pickle, and then like a week later they taste really pickly, and they don't lose their crunch really. Like
Really?
I think a lot of the pickles on the market, people are expecting like the floppy ass ones, the ones that are just like
Vlasic with their fucking
Vlasic,
radioactive. You ever see their
Ugh.
pickle juice? It's like radioactive green.
Yeah,
It looks like uranium.
Look how freaking clear this is. It's like it's green. Like
it's clean.
But yeah, it's like it's clean looking. Like you could, like other than like the dill sprigs that are in there, you can kind of see the dill floating around in there.
Just thought of a perfect name for an organic pickle company. Clean and green.
Clean and green. Speaking of dill pickles. Reptar.
You know what? I saw that. Now, full disclosure. I did just convene with Diff yesterday, and we're both wearing the same exact shirts from yesterday. So the only reason I know this is because we're both wearing 1990s cartoon shirts, and I'm wearing.
I saw the Aladdin text, and I was like, "Can you wearing Aladdin?"
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm wearing an Aladdin shirt. This was not planned. We didn't call each other and say, "Dude, you know what would be sick on the podcast?"
Yeah, right.
Matching fucking generational shirts. So I'm wearing an Aladdin shirt, and he's wearing a Reptar shirt, and I think that's very funny. Because,
yeah, it's beautiful. Where'd you get yours? I got
Walmart.
I got
$5.
This thing, 98 cents at Goodwill.
Oh, that's a find.
Yo,
yeah,
I got to talk about bang for your buck, especially because I'm a vet, so I get 20% off at Goodwill.
Really?
Yeah, so every day, and then like plus if you find the red tag stuff, you get like it even cheaper. I think I bought like 4 shirts. I found an authentic old school, like the old like faded red. I think it's Cabela's, a hunting like a shirt that like advertises like a hunting brand or an outdoor store brand. I found one of the authentic ones, and I looked it up, and it was like a $50 shirt, and I found it at Goodwill for like $2 or something like that.
You find crazy deals there. Not only to like own, but to resell. Like I've made a decent amount of money reselling shit from what is it called? Retail arbitrage or like I don't know.
Well, the best part about Goodwill is if you want to like build like a cosplay outfit or something like that. Like you got like some pre-made shirts, some pre-made dress shirts, some good materials and stuff like that. You can buy all for like under $10. You could cut them, restitch them, do whatever you want to them, and and you're not losing out much if you fuck it up. So like I cut the sleeves off of this thing, like.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you're gonna do a Roadhog cosplay, Goodwill's your place. one walk down the aisle, and you're set.
Roadhog. Are you talking about the Overwatch Roadhog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I gonna say before? What were we talking about? Pickles, Roadhog,
Goodwill,
beverages.
Sure.
Check this sauce I got out. Don't know if this is where we were going, but I tried it yesterday. Let me paint you guys a picture if you're listening on Spotify. This is called Elijah's Extreme. It's called Extreme Regret.
Wait,
okay?
Can I guess what flavor? What pepper's in it?
Well, aside from the fact that I just showed it to you, go for it.
Is it Trinidad Scorpion?
There's 2. One of them is Trinidad Scorpion.
I saw the scorpion coming out of the skull.
So. No, that's... Oh, can I guess? Like, I just showed it to you.
So is the other one Carolina Reaper?
It is.
Yeah, I figured. It's like the most popular one.
Yeah, so it's Trinidad Scorpion and Carolina Reaper hot sauce. There's this place.
Also, Carolina Reaper's a really dark red. That's why you can always tell whenever you see a sauce like that.
Yeah, the place isn't really by me. It's like within a couple hours. But it's really, really, really nice, and it's just wall to wall with hot sauces. And in the center, I'm sure you guys have seen it. They have like a little tasting bar, right? So they give you like little tiny spoons, and you can just go from sauce to sauce and put a little dab on there and try it. And now, after the first one you try, you're probably not going to get true flavor because this shit is fucking hot. Like,
yeah.
And it just burns for like 20 minutes after. So I tried this one, and I was like, this is really good. It's got a really good mixture of like an initial hit, a good punch, a lasting heat, but also good flavor. So, and if you guys know anything about me, I don't like anything. I don't like it spicy just for the sake of being spicy. Just look at me, look what I can, I like good flavor to it. So this was a good balance.
I think I would disappoint my 22-year-old self.
Why? Well, me too, but like not for hot sauce reasons.
Yeah, I told you about like the Buffalo Wild Wings record I set back then, like the 1 minute and 49 seconds for the challenge, where I ate it all in like a minute 49.
Yeah.
Felt fine afterwards. Just drank like a shit ton of beer afterwards. Frank's Red Hot is about as spicy as I'll ever go nowadays. Like, I don't eat spicy. I just don't.
Really?
It's fucking up my gut too much. So I stopped eating it. Then after I started working out, I've just really been eating just to kind of like get protein and carbs and stuff like that in me. So like the other day I had curry and I was like, this is too spicy.
Really? What, but some curry's very spicy.
It wasn't that spicy.
It was the children's curry.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't supposed to be a spicy curry. It wasn't the red curry. It was green curry. But so like, really? Yeah, I've really like lost my like taste for spicy food.
It wasn't even that long ago. You were the spice master. Like within the last 2 years, you've done two One Chips, the Buffalo Wild Wing Challenge, and multiple other hot sauce related consumptions.
I only did one chip.
I thought you did too.
No, I bought 5 of them, but I haven't used them.
You still have them?
Yeah.
How bad are they?
Yeah, you might not. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do it.
You'll be able to handle it better than me nowadays.
No way. No way. I'm like, no. So but here's my thing is like once I put it in my mouth, like, oh, it's over. once I get my fucking mouth on it, it's game over, baby. No. So the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge was difficult for me because you eat one and then you still have 10 more or whatever, 6 more to eat. The one chip challenge to me is just fucking bite the bullet, slap her in your mouth, and call it a day.
It's hotter than the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge.
But
yeah,
it's now I'm not downplaying it at all because it's probably going to be fucking insane and ruin me emotionally and physically and medically.
Anally.
But yeah, all of it, a whole spectrum of wreckage is going to be dabbled with. But the idea for me that it's one and done, that makes me think it's attainable for me. Because, like, what are you going to do? Spit it out and still have the flavor in your mouth? Like, once you commit, like...
Oh, yeah. Like, eating it and swallowing it, getting it, like, through and everything is fine. This thing tastes like a normal-ass, slightly spicy chip until you swallow it. And then it's like the pits of hell opened up in the back of your throat. Like, you cannot get rid of that spice. It's one of those things where, like, with the Wild Wings challenge, it kind like the spice kind of resides after, it resides after a while. It recedes after a while. Resides.
Yeah, it resigns.
The one chip challenge, that shit sticks to you. Remember when I did it on the stream? I felt that the entire stream, the entire 4 hours I was on. All I could feel was like the burn in the back of my throat from that. I couldn't taste for like 2 days.
Yeah, I'm on board
too.
Yeah, he had COVID.
The chip gave me COVID.
You know what? That would have been a really good fucking. You know how everyone was like, "Oh, I'm drinking tequila. I have COVID. I can't taste anything." Like do the one chip challenge. Yeah. It's a whole body experience.
Yeah.
So
lick that toad.
What?
Oh, you ever heard of that? Like the people like licking toads to get like the psychedelic effect. There's some.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, there are some toads that get. There are also toads that their secretions will make you trip.
Well, where are they, and where can I find them?
I have no idea. I just know they exist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously asking for a friend, but like seriously, where? We didn't see him for 3 weeks.
Yeah, right. We just found him out in the woods, half naked, chopping at a tree.
Naked, fully naked,
chopping at a tree with a feather.
Yeah, weird. But so the hot sauce is something that I'm not gonna go douse a fucking sandwich in it. But like, if I got some chicken nuggets, right, just a little drop. Like, you don't gotta overdo it. It's one drop. If you can't handle spice, one drop of this will put you out. You know, it's not like the Reaper beef jerky I had where.
Oh yeah.
But that was a very smooth heat. This is like, okay, like possibly tearing up.
So for hot sauce, for me, if it's like extremely hot, like one bottle is gonna last you like 15 years.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So I spent $15 on this, but I was like,
you're gonna have it forever.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
heirloom.
why I didn't mind. Yeah, it's gonna be handed down from generation to generation.
But like, I think like for when I use hot sauce, I use it as a part of a bigger thing, like chili or like if I'm making like taco meat or something like that.
Yep.
Like, it's like a small part of a big thing. Or if I'm making like a barbecue sauce, I'll add a couple of drops in there. Like
exactly.
That hot sauce is in no way a toppings hot sauce, unless you're insane. But
yeah,
and if you're insane, that's why you're listening to us.
Yeah. Also, are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? Do you need help?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk?
Yeah. Talk to Diff.
Talk to the beard of understanding.
Yes. Yeah, but I feel you 100% on that as far as like you know, even make a dip out of it, right? Or mix like ranch with whatever, and then a couple little drops of that, mix her in, because it's great dispersed flavor as well.
I was just about to say a little bit of that in blue cheese is great with pizza.
Wow,
so good with pizza. I love like using like, because I have this habanero hot sauce that I like, because it's like the perfect middle ground hot sauce. It's not too weak, but it's not too spicy. It gives you like enough of a bite. So I have it. It's called Hotter Than Hell. It's not nearly the hottest hot sauce I've ever had, but it's good. And I usually put a little bit of that in blue cheese when I'm having pizza, or if I'm making chicken wing dip.
Yeah.
Oh man, the chicken wing dip, like a little bit of that. Like obviously you're using Frank's Red Hot because that's what you use for chicken wing dip. Well, you're not going to use a whole bottle of habanero hot sauce and chicken wing dip unless you want to kill your relatives. Well,
oh my God,
if you're
Jesus
insane,
Christ.
welcome to the podcast yet again.
Yeah. Also, are you okay?
No. Well, I say I kill. It was a hyperbolic term. Like my family does this thing every single year when we have like cookouts and stuff like that. One or two people will make the spiciest dish they could conjure up just to fuck with people, and like everyone in the family will try this dish and be like, "Oh, that's no big deal," and then later they're shitting in the bathroom. There's a line going out the door to the bathroom because everyone's like, "Oh, this is not a big deal."
That's a fun little tradition, though. That's very fun.
Yeah, well, that's why
cool.
That's why I said it, because like I'm like, yeah, because that's just something we do. Like we always have chili competitions. My grandpa's still like hands down the chili master. I learned everything I know from him.
Yeah, I was a little concerned when you said it's so spicy you'll kill your relatives, and I'm like,
well,
what?
yeah,
like,
but like because
why?
Because my relatives, like we always make chicken wing dip. Like I don't know if that's like a common thing in other people's get-togethers, but chicken wing dip's always been a big thing for my family. But it's always the one where it has like the medium heat, where we use like Frank's Red Hot or something similar to that. So like if you were to toss something that spicy in there, everyone dives into the chicken wing dip. It's usually the first thing gone at every family get together. Yeah. So if you toss like habanero hot sauce in there to the unsuspecting relative, no, everyone's gonna hate you, by the way, because you've just ruined their favorite dish.
Well, let me talk about hot sauce real quick. As far as buffalo sauce goes, I believe that Stephen Ed's is superior to Frank's. It's cheaper.
I've never even heard of it.
Check it out. It's a little more viscous than
I like it a little bit more viscous.
I like it thick.
God damn.
So yeah, try it. It's called Stephen Ed's. It's a little thicker than Frank's Red Hot. And it's a good buffalo sauce. So like if you are going for wings, and if you're going for like, there's obviously a big difference between hot sauce and buffalo sauce. And if I'm going for buffalo, it's gonna be Stephen Ed's.
Now, Frank's Red Hot is technically not a buffalo sauce. What makes a buffalo sauce is the presence of butter in it.
Really?
That's probably wings. Yeah, that might be why it's more viscous, because Frank's Red Hot does make a wing sauce that has butter in it, and that makes it way more viscous. Like that's the difference. And like coming from someone who lives near that area, like that is the distinction. Like hot sauce with butter in it, so it grabs onto the wings better. It needs to be more viscous so it stays on the wings.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So there we go. I've learned something today.
Yeah, and it's something I never even thought about until just now. But yeah, there is a distinction in like this area.
Yeah. So the buffalo sauce, I don't know. I just don't buy for hot sauce. I think Cholula is superior to Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, I go to Tabasco every time if I'm doing so. I love it because I love Tabasco.
Really?
Why do you like Cholula more? Cholula's a little bit more similarly consistent to like Frank's Red Hot. Like it has a similar consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I like Tabasco because it's more akin to a seasoning than it is a topping, and that's why I lean more towards Tabasco, because I'm not using it as a topping. I'm like adding it to like my eggs while I'm cooking it, or I'm adding it to, I don't know, like whatever I'm making. Like I like adding Tabasco as opposed to Cholula's because Tabasco spreads the seasoning a little bit more. Like it's a little bit more akin to a seasoning. Like I would never use Tabasco as like a straight up topping, even though that's how they advertise it.
Yeah, and here's my issue with that. Is that when Tabasco, we're talking about the Tabasco brand.
Yeah.
Their regular bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah, correct? The one that's literally just vinegar and cayenne pepper and salt, I think. Yeah. It's so, thinner. It's better. I just think it's a better seasoning. Go ahead. Sorry.
Really? No, I'm not going to argue with anyone over what they think is better because everything is subjective. But for me, it's too much bite and not enough flavor to back it up with.
See, okay, so and I think we're on the same side because I'll do Cholulas if I'm like putting it on like a burrito or something like that, or topping or whatever. Tabasco for me is like, like I said, it's more of a seasoning because it's like you said, it's a little bit more just it's basically tastes like a liquid cayenne pepper, so it's a good seasoning. It works better than cayenne powder because it adds a little bit more of that vinegary taste to it. So that
you know what, I'm gonna have to revisit Tabasco because I'm telling you right now, in the hierarchy of hot sauces I would buy, standard Tabasco is probably not even on it. But I'll tell you, have you ever had the Tabasco smoked chipotle?
Yes. Oh, I love the smoked chipotle one. Is so good.
That stuff's good.
Have you ever had the green one? The green chili one?
Oh,
yeah, the green chili one's good. Like the green chili one is more of a topping though. It has the same kind of consistency as like topping hot sauce.
Same with the smoked chipotle.
Yeah. So like, and okay, so we're learning something just by talking about this, seeing two different perspectives. This is so crazy. We did have to do research. We discovered something new,
right? Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like that the standard Tabasco, it just doesn't have. It's not. There's no depth to it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just okay. It has a bite, and then it's gone, and doesn't do it for me. But now that you brought up the fact to start cooking with it.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably revisit this and be okay with that.
Yeah, because it goes back to what we were talking about with like the really spicy ones. Like it's more for a cooking thing than a topping, and I think that's where Tabasco kind of falls under. Like it's more like because it's more of a cooking thing than it is for me, at least. I don't know if Tabasco's realized this, but it's great for cooking.
They're just like, oh, we don't even know what people use it for. This shit sucks. It's just really cheap to make, and we make a lot of money off it. People buy it. Because Tabasco is like such a well-known brand.
Yeah.
Right? Like Tabasco sauce. What kind of Tabasco? Like it's such a well-known brand. And I feel like if Frank's Red Hot never came around and did a better job marketing and branding themselves, people would still be calling hot sauce Tabasco sauce, you know?
Yeah. Well, do you remember it was recent, actually. I say, do you remember? It was like probably like a couple months ago, the first time I ever heard this commercial, the Frank's Red Hot commercial. I put that shit on everything.
Yeah. That's what I mean. And like that marketing and that branding is what really is it a great hot sauce? It's a good hot sauce. It's not the best by any means.
It's like the baseline hot sauce, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. But they did such a good job marketing it because everyone's like, "Oh, I totally agree. I put that shit on everything too. I put that shit like they just like what a good fucking marketing move that was." Like people related to it. It was funny. It wasn't too inappropriate. It just appealed to every person who enjoys hot sauce, and that's why they're where they are today. You know, that's when people. Frank's is synonymous with hot sauce. Like it's you think hot sauce, most people think Frank's.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Like it's Frank's in Louisiana. is the one I always kind of remember. Do you remember Louisiana hot sauce? The one where the label has a big red spot right in the middle? For some reason, that Louisiana hot sauce to me has always been like kind of a, like if I see the label, I immediately want to buy it because, and it has like very distinct shape. It was shaped like kind of like a soy sauce bottle. And it had like on the label, it just said Louisiana. It had this big red solid dot right in the middle.
I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for that. Is it good?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very much akin to Frank's Red, but it's a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you've seen Sure Finds, right? Like Sure Finds and stuff like that. The Best Yet brand. Best Yet makes something very similar to it, and you can get it like a bottle of it for 99 cents. So there you go, a little shoehorn bang for your buck. That's what I did with my spices.
I'll tell you what I did. And this is why. So, do you know what Texas Pete is? Texas Pete hot sauce?
Yes. Oh my God, I love Texas Pete too. I forgot all about them.
So every time I've ever gone to a convenience store or got a sandwich or somewhere that had little packets of hot sauce, handful. Every single time, handful.
Oh yeah, so, Texas Pete always has like the. I forgot Texas Pete has the things.
Yeah, they have the Texas Pete little packets. Not good for the environment because the plastic goes right back. But like, I've been poor and I've needed hot sauce. You know, so like. And I know what you're saying. Oh, a bottle of hot sauce is $1. Well, guess what? Okay, I use a lot of hot sauce, and free is better than fucking $1. So, but I have a whole sauce drawer in my fridge, right? It's just loaded with. Anywhere I go, I get sauce. Loaded with Taco Bell sauce, Texas Pete, soy sauce,
fire
duck
sauce is so lit. Are we not how did we not talk about fire sauce this whole time? Taco Bell makes some fucking banger hot sauces. Yeah.
It's unique too. It's like distinctly, oh wow, this is Taco Bell sauce, and it's really good. It's a good hot sauce.
I hate to say it, but it doesn't taste as good if you buy it in the bottles at Dollar General either.
I can't imagine that anyone would do that.
I did. I tried it. I wanted a bottle of it, but apparently the bottle doesn't taste anywhere near like the one in the packets, which sucks because I don't want to buy the packet. I don't want to buy Taco Bell to get the packets of Fire Hot.
Well, if you go once a month, right, and just say, even if you do the drive-through, just be like, hey, can you put a handful of fire sauce in there?
Oh, they never put enough in.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're obviously not going to put as much in as you do when you go inside. But like, if you ask them to put like a shit ton of sauce in there, like they'll put a decent amount.
So I slipped. I remember. I think it was like 20 or 21 or something like that. I was really young, and I went to go buy Taco Bell because back when I was working out back then, I would go to work out, and then I would go to Taco Bell across the street. Get the whatever.
The old grande combo?
Yeah, and we'd walk in and we'd just eat right at that Taco Bell. It was like my favorite place to go. We used to hang out there for hours. And I remember one time I walked up to the cashier and I slipped her $5. And I'm like, I'm just going to take that entire bin of fire sauce and pour it in a bag. And she goes, sure. So I had for the longest time, I think I ran out of it it took me 4 years to go through the whole damn thing because it was like a deep ass bin. I just tossed it in this bag and I would just bring it with me everywhere I went.
It doesn't hurt to have, right? It doesn't, right? Keep a couple in maybe not in your car if you live somewhere that gets really hot, but maybe even a couple ketchup packets in your glove compartment or something. Because guess what? Sometimes the opportunity comes around where you need a ketchup packet. Always be prepared.
The United States MREs. Come with little packets of Tabasco sauce.
The little bottle? The little baby bottle?
They used to have the little baby bottles. No, they come in actual plastic packets, the fire sauce comes in. And so I remember whenever I went in the field or whatever, I would just bring fire sauce with me. So I didn't have to use Tabasco sauce, and it made everything taste good. It didn't matter what shitty MRE it was. You squeeze 2 or 3 packets of that fire sauce in there. It's basically a receptacle to get that fire sauce flavor in your mouth.
Now let me ask you: have you ever just gone packet straight to mouth? Yep. You're lying. If you're lying, if you say you didn't. If you guys are listening, don't stop lying to yourself. And if you're interested, go for it. It's delicious.
It's basically
suck the packet dry.
It's basically like a small packet of chili.
Right? It's chunky.
It's got chunks. Yeah.
It's
so good.
Give it a shot.
So good. You're missing out if you haven't done it yet.
Yeah, step out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Like pooping your pants. You will do it at least once in your life.
Well, I mean, all right. Well, never mind. We're not gonna talk about
shitting
your goddamn pants.
You've definitely pooped your pants.
When I was like probably a child, not in my adult life.
I wasn't aware that 18 was a child. I wasn't aware that being 32 years old meant you were a child.
Yeah. No one told me this. No.
I remember it like it was yesterday, mostly because it was.
Yeah, mostly because it was. No, I'm pretty rock solid at not shitting my pants. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty good at it. Not good at many things in life, but not shitting my pants is I'm good at it.
I've gambled on a fart once or twice and lost.
Well, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd be broke.
That's why I have a gambling problem. I won't gamble because I've lost almost every time I've gambled on farts.
I don't want to talk about this, but at the same time, I also feel like you've pooped yourself a few times.
A few times. I was at the grocery store. Meeting up with some people, and I was like, I'm gonna start shopping ahead of y'all. I'll be there. I'll meet you in the aisle. And I'm like, as I was like shopping or whatever, I like gambled and kind of lost. And fortunately, it was colder out, so I was wearing jeans.
Would you say the game you were playing was craps?
So, as soon as they walk in the door to meet me, I shoved the cart at them. I go, I just shit my pants, and I ran into the bathroom. I feel so bad for whoever had to clean that bathroom because I totally left my underwear in the garbage can.
Oh, you're a terrible person. There's poor people making like minimum wage, and you're like, here you go. There's a whole clip on one of your compilations, one of your earlier compilations, of you just. Well, I forget what you were explaining.
I've pooped myself enough times to know whether or not it's gonna be a shark, and I stand by that statement.
Yeah, and that was like your intro. You're like, hey guys, I'm Diff. This is what I'm all about, and just like immediately it was like I regularly shit my pants.
I think we were like really drunk playing Valorant when I said that.
As one does. Speaking of Valorant and
we want to move to gaming news.
Yeah, let's move off of shitting your pants. And let's move on to something more family friendly. So the reason I bring that up right now is because, we talked about Valorant, and I was like, oh, it was fun. We used to just get drunk and play Valorant all the time. But the game lost its luster, as sometimes gaming does. So, as you guys know, I was on a pretty long work streak, and I didn't really have much time to game. So I wasn't really gaming. Yes, the day before, I finally had some free time, and I didn't have anything to do in the morning. And I jumped on, and I started playing a couple games. I played Apex, right? And I was just miserable. I was like, this sucks. Like, I'm just getting dick stomped. I'm not having fun. So I switched games. I switched to another game, ESO. I'm like, I'm not having fun. This is not fun. I switched to Flight Sim, which is my bread and butter, my go-to. And there were still issues with the game. I was having issues with the game, with the sim, and I was like, I'm not having fun.
Looking for that, like, adrenaline rush, like that feeling of a good FPS, you know what I mean?
Not even. I was literally just looking to not feel like I had just wasted my time. I was like, man, maybe I'm just like, maybe I just need to take a break from gaming. I'm not having fun. So, what was it yesterday? Diff messaged me. He's like, I could be convinced to try this new game out. And why don't you tell them what the game is? Everyone probably already knows about it because it's pretty big right now. But
yeah, and we talked about it, I think last week actually.
I didn't know. I didn't
not
listen to the
week.
Episode. I
Before
probably should,
week.
right?
Where was it? Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the conversation. Okay, so I was talking about the free game last week, Offworld Trading Company, which I really like. It was free last week on Steam, or on Epic Game Store.
I never even got that, actually.
You didn't? Oh my god, it was so good. I actually really enjoyed it. I've been playing with Liz's cousin a lot on that game. It's an RTS game. I really like RTS games, and unfortunately I don't like buying them because usually they're full priced. But I've been playing that, so I was telling Eric about that, and I go, if you feel like gaming something, let me know. I could be convinced to try Splitgate.
key word there.
And Eric goes, I could consider being convinced to try Splitgate. And it is like, I think it was like 20 minutes later, I was like, let's go. And I was immediately in there ready to queue up. I will say this, the only thing to remember, guys, is when you're trying to get into Splitgate, you gotta wait a little bit because their servers are a little overloaded right now because it was a two-person developer team that built this game. And now they're suddenly seeing this huge influx of players. So their servers can't really handle it. So I think I sat in the waiting thing for about 5 minutes. Like waiting to get into the server, but once I was in. Like you don't get booted back out after you're done with one game. Like you could stay in for as long as you want. So like
this is true.
So like, and once we got in, oh my god, I was having a blast. I was laughing my ass off at some of the stuff. You get points for teabagging people.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's
and they track it.
There's a teabag tracker in the game. Yeah. It plays a lot like Halo. The Versus one. I can't remember the name of it.
One of the older ones.
Yeah, one of the older like Versus Halo games. It has portals in it, which is really cool. It changes the battlefield so much. Like if it was just a straight FPS game, it'd be kind of boring, honestly.
It would have been very generic if the portals weren't in there.
But the portals, like, it changes the battlefield because now you gotta pay attention to behind you because someone can set a portal up right next to them, look across the map to where you are hiding behind something, hit a portal behind you, and then come up behind you and shoot, or look through the portal and shoot you through the portal. So, like, the game is just, like, you have to be so spatially aware, which is so cool. The addition of a portal in the game made that game what it is. Like, it's so fun. Like, and it just recently got traction. If y'all are on TikTok, like gaming TikTok, like that's where I first saw it. And
yeah, you sent me that TikTok, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, oh great, another FPS. I was like, whatever. I'm another Valorant, another Fortnite.
Yeah, honestly, what caught my eye was it was free, and I'm like, why not? I'll give it a try. But I actually really enjoyed it. Like I think I played it for the first time yesterday. Did you play it any time before that?
Nope, I played 3 matches before you logged on.
Yeah.
So, but yesterday was my first time playing, and
I'm impressed so far. Like it's not.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the honeymoon phase or whatever they call it of a game.
It's those portals are.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's like, I don't know.
They have
if the
different
portals
game
were not
modes.
in it. It would be it wouldn't even be boring. It would be generic.
It would just I don't think it wouldn't hold up against like some of the AAA stuff because it just would feel like any other AAA game.
Yeah, the guns aren't special, the skins are whatever, the models or whatever, the maps aren't like that great. But man, to be able to just like strategically like jump through portals, and like the faster you can think, the faster you can get out of a situation. It's not like, I don't know, it's just you need foresight to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
You need
not foreskin.
Well, you need both.
Yeah.
But you can't play it. You're banned if you're circumcised. They don't let you play. They said They said send a dick pic to gain access to the beta.
So like one of my other complaints, other than like the wait time, is the colorblind thing was so hard to apply. Every time I tried to apply it, it would go back to stock. It took me forever to get it to actually apply to the game, and then like it made a huge difference when I jumped back in.
That's what I was going to ask, is because you didn't even know it was an option, right? And then later you found it, and did it help a lot?
Not really, because the colorblindness I am, it's like the red, orange, green kind of thing. Like it makes those things kind of blend a little bit. There's not a lot of that in the game. Like it added a few things. Like it made like the enemies, because the enemies are red armor, like the enemies are like skinned red, so
red versus blue, baby.
Yeah, that's what I said that last night too. I'm like, this gives me like red versus blue vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it made the enemies stand out a little bit more, which was nice.
It's I know you had brought up that you didn't like when you hover over someone, your crosshairs turn red, But like I don't see that giving a huge advantage.
It's not that I didn't like it. I just realized that if you can kind of train your trigger finger to it, you can't miss, because the second you see red, you just shoot. And I was doing it last night. I was proving it last night. Like every time I saw it, I would just shoot, and I was nailing people.
If you're waiting to see that color change, you're already too slow. Against a good player, they're pulling the trigger before they even register that it changes colors.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying solely rely on that, but like using that, like kind of takes the guessing out of aiming a little bit. Because like you could be aiming and all of a sudden you see the thing turn red, you know you're right on that target.
I guess from a distance maybe, but like I didn't even notice that was a feature until you brought it up, and I was like, oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at it. I'm going
weirdly
on feel.
fixated on it because it stuck out in my mind, because I didn't really notice the reticle until it turned red, and I was like, oh shit, this is a thing. And then when I turned
it, just psyched you could see the color.
Yeah, that might have been it actually. Yeah. Cool, because it was red against, because most of the backgrounds are like green or blue or stuff like that. Like the first map I was on, the reticle, like it was blue, so like it was easier to see.
Yeah, the guns don't do it for me. They're whatever. I don't care.
They're generic guns, assault rifle. You get a rocket launcher, which is kind of funny.
That was fun. Point blank rockets.
They're pretty sweet. Oddball game might need to be fixed up a little bit, because the insta-bonk.
That needs to be nerfed so bad. If you guys don't know, it's basically a kill the carrier, but the carrier's on steroids, because if you have the ball, which is the objective, all you have to do is left click once and it insta kills whoever runs near you.
And then
so like if you're in close quarters,
if you get a portal loop set up right, you can literally just walk in a circle, and then every time someone goes after you, you can literally see them through the portal, jump through the portal, get behind them, and just bonk bonk bonk. I think I got like a 10 kill streak.
Yeah.
With the insta bonk.
It needs to be nerfed, but like it's beta, so it will.
Yeah, I mean, maybe take it down to like 90, so it's not an insta kill. So at least you have to rely on your teammates a little bit. And I also give it this, like it does take a little bit of a cooldown once you bonk one person once. So if there's multiple people, like you have to kind of get ready to do it. But I will say this, not having to worry about your health. So like if you win a match, or if you win like a one-on-one versus someone, and if you hide real quick, your health goes back up to 100. So you're not going through like a gauntlet. Like you can recover a little bit and then get back into the fight without dying.
And especially with the portals, that's great. Like you can win a fight, and it becomes second nature. Exactly, it becomes second nature. Like because you can only put the portals on certain areas, but there is such an abundance of the areas, and they're very visible. They're marked very well. It's like almost like a blue mesh.
They're super well placed too.
It's very smart. So like if you're in trouble, it becomes like instinctual, just like Q, E, and then you're out. You're done. And then you can close the portals behind you, so people can't follow you in.
Yeah. And one of the cool things is that I had kind of picked up on is the second the match starts, Q on one of the close ones, and then go around, and if I need to bail, E, and then jump through the portal, I'm back to the start point.
Yeah.
And like I kind of have like a break.
I actually do the exact opposite. I look for a far one, ping the far one, and then hit something close, so I go across the map and I can get into it faster.
I was doing that a couple times, but I did notice, like at least for me, I was getting peeked. I would like peek around the corner to try to hit a far one, and I was getting hit, especially on the smaller maps. So like I was opting not to do it sometimes.
Yeah, there's a ton of different strategies, and I'll tell you what, as far as esports goes, I'm excited to see like the team comps that people like. I guess not team comps, because like there's no like tanks, healers, or but I'm excited to see the strategies on the different maps, like to learn the maps and see like what the pros are going to be doing. Because if I'm pulling a strategic move as a fucking idiot the first day I played, I can't wait to see these like super strategic, analytic, top tier players. I can't wait to see what these people are going to do with the portal abilities and like how far they take it to win a match. And I'm excited to see, you know, what the top tier players are going to be doing and the strategies that they're going to employ. I think it's going to be a really, really fucking intricate, interesting system.
Yeah, and like as an FPS player who's like been notoriously pretty average, like I was doing pretty good with that game because like of the forethought you have to put into the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just a straight up like shoot 'em up. Like, you don't get into a gunfight and whoever has the better accuracy wins. Like, having to put some thought into other strategies. Like, remember when we were playing Apex, like the times where I would throw the heat shield down, like the stuff that like the strategies and stuff like that. Like, it's really cool to be able to like use strategies, and those strategies will win you a fight, like, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of thought that has to go into it. It's just, you can play it safe, you can play it extreme, you can it's open to interpretation. Also, for me, what I really like about it, what really helps me do well in the lobbies, is the fact that I believe it's cross-platform, so you're going up against absolute shit can dumpsters on an Xbox. No offense, Xbox people, but like, mouse and keyboard has the advantage.
Well, and not only that, but like, I think with the free game and it being a game where the more you play, the less important aim comes into play. Like, aim is important, don't get me wrong, but it's like where Apex was like 70% aim, 30% strategy, this is shifted a little bit more towards like 50-50. Like, you need to have good aim, but you also need to really, really strategize like your placement, your place on the map, your movements, where your portals go, because the portals could either ruin you or help you so much. Because if you like try to jump through a portal while getting shot and you don't plan it out right, like Eric and you were pointing it out, if you put the portal too high and you try to exit out and you can't quite get out, like, it's there takes so much more thought to it, and I think that's really cool, and I can't wait to see like what that goes into. Speaking of playing this game, co-stream.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. I'm doing Flight Sim. I might stream that later. Actually, I might stream Flight Sim. I am doing my little national parks tour that I haven't gotten to in 10 days. But like, yeah, when pick a day, I'm down to do a little. What are we gonna do? What do you? We gonna have to go on multi-twitch.com and.
Usually what I do, because like the multi-Twitch thing never really seems to.
People don't go to it.
Yeah, no one uses it.
People watch the streamer that they want to watch, and like, that's fine.
Yeah, so usually what I'll do is I'll be like doing this with SB Eric 407 or whatever, like whoever I'm co-streaming with, and like it'll just be like two different things. And I've noticed like when I do that, people that are watching me or people that are watching you will bounce between.
Yeah,
they'll bounce between if they want to. The co-stream thing, it's cool. And if you are if you are known to use that, it's great. But if you're like doing it for the first time, like, you have to do it pretty consistently for people to actually want to watch you on that multi-stream platform.
Yeah, or honestly, we'll just play together. Like, I might not.
If you don't want to,
I might stream it.
Yeah,
we'll see. I'm
streaming later this week and for a while because I'm helping my mom out, because my sister goes to the summer camp thing and she gets picked up at 3. So my streams are going to be 4 to 8 now, so I'm streaming a little bit later. So we'll have so we can plan around that.
Yeah, I'll play whenever. I'm going back to I don't know. I might still be putting in a little extra hours this week just to kind of finish up what we did last week. But I should be back. But yeah, I should be back to a normal schedule as of today. And I actually didn't work yesterday, but so I went on my 11-day work bender. And then I came back and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking really live this up. I'm gonna play games all night, and then sleep in really late on Wednesday. And then, but I was having such a bad time gaming, because when I was telling you with Apex and ESO and Flight Sim, was everything going wrong. I was like, fuck this, I'm going to sleep. And then I just went fishing in the morning.
Oh my god, did I tell you? Oh shit, this happened this morning. Speaking of the fishing thing, I went fishing this morning.
Did you?
I made one cast, and the pin for my reel snapped off. And
what pin?
And like, for like the actual like reel part, like the handle, the reels it in, the end of it must have rotted out at some point. And when I went to go cast, the end piece flew off into the water, and the reel and the handle fell out of the thing, and then it just fucked my line. So I gotta get a new reel.
Yeah, they make some really, really good, affordable quality reels. So after this episode, if you're gonna buy one, I'm down to do some research and show you what I've learned about fishing, because there's some really, really good, well priced reels.
I've had that one since I was 21.
So it got its use.
It's gotten a lot of years. It's caught quite a bit of fish. So like, it was just really disappointing because I was trying to take my car to the fast charging station, and I was gonna go fishing across the street in the river.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
And then it snapped right in front of a bunch of rednecks behind me, and I was like, I'm like, oh god, I just like, oh no. And I was wearing the Reptar shirt, so I just looked like the biggest dumbass hipster.
Yeah,
like,
I see. So you lost your redneck card. Right there,
seriously, dude. Oh man, I was like,
go home, you shitty slicker.
So I just like, I pulled my reel in real quick because I couldn't reel it in, so I had to pull in because I had a really nice lure at the end. On the end of it, so I got the lure out. I like winded it all up. I tossed it in the back of my car, I unplugged it, and I was just like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go charge it at home."
Imagine you a year ago showing up with the pickup truck, casting out, smashing fish. Right now, you show up the electric car, the Reptar shirt, breaking the rods. Who are you? It's like I don't even know who you are anymore.
I was always like this. Now I'm just wearing it a little bit more.
Oh man.
You know, sometimes you gotta hide behind your inner redneck.
You got fish shamed.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think they cared. They were just having a bonfire up there. I don't even think they noticed me. But it just really sucked. Like
Absolutely.
I was just like, God damn it! It's been just God damn it! Like,
is there a?
It's a Gander Mountain one. It's a Gander Mountain one. It's like Gander Mountain doesn't exist anymore. This is like the last Gander Mountain thing I ever had. Or like,
no, you have your camp chairs.
Yeah, but still.
Well, don't say it's the last Gander Mountain thing you own.
No, the camp chairs, a lot of the camping stuff that I got aren't labeled Gander Mountain. Some of them are.
Your tent is.
The tent is. Yeah, the tent is.
Definitely. Your tent definitely is. Because I remember I was like, I've never heard of this company before.
Yeah. But yeah, that was I loved my Gander Mountain stuff, and then they shut them all down. So like.
Who bought them out? Someone bought out Gander Mountain, right?
It was Bass Pro. No, it was Cabela's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they the same? Are Cabela's and Bass Pro owned by the same people?
I don't know. I just know that most of the Gander Mountains near me got turned into Cabela's.
Okay. Do you have one by you?
Nope. They didn't deem this area worthy enough. But
they said there's been an influx of electric cars. They said they don't know how to camp.
Well, there was they put one in Buffalo though, so that's like it's not really that big of a drive for me. Speaking of not big of a drive, here. I can go over to Wagner. It's pretty close.
There you go. Yeah, dude, come down by me one of these days. We'll hit the Bass Pro.
Although we found out yesterday that where I am is more north than Wagner in Canada.
Yeah. The old latitude, longitude. Dude, let's go to a Bass Pro one of these days. Let's
Do you have a
Bass Pro within an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I really want to go to the one in Missouri, the flagship store.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the headquarters. Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
It's fucking massive, dude. I've been
a lot of them.
I've been there.
Oh,
before.
have you?
Yeah, it's so cool. They have the biggest alligator gar ever caught in a tank. This thing is bigger than me.
Really? I love the tank. The tanks are so nice there.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's a mall. Like you go into the Bass Pro Shop, they have a restaurant upstairs. They have a hotel there and everything. Like I went there the same weekend of Black Friday. I went there Thanksgiving weekend. So I got a lot of
bad move.
Why?
Because it was probably packed. Probably fist fighting people.
That thing is massive. There was not very packed at all.
Really, it's that big. Where even on the biggest shopping day,
the most packed it was at the checkout. Everywhere else it was fine. I could shop casually. And then,
really?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
And I was with buddies, so we were just standing in line, fucking around.
Yeah, that's always nice.
So
yeah, we got Well, let's do it. Let's go get you a new
Yeah.
Let's go get you a new reel. You could probably get one on Amazon for a better price.
I honestly might pick one up on Amazon for now, at least, because I just want to go fishing. I haven't had a chance too much this year. I've been so busy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have one in mind. I'll tell you about later. I have a nice I mean, how much you want to spend real quick?
$40.
I got you have so many options in that price range. Like it's so many. So
I'm not looking to spend a lot, but
I've got cheap reels and I've got expensive, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've caught most of my fish on my cheapy shitty setups.
Yeah, that's why I looked at the Gander Mountain one. I think I bought that whole setup for like $100. I wanted to splurge a little bit. The rod is really nice still. The rod is still in great shape. The cork's not dry rotted at all or anything. It was just for some
reason. That's not the one with the tip broken off, is it?
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
I found my good one. Remember I was missing it for a while?
Yeah.
I found my good one, and apparently it just dry rotted out.
Well, like apparently it was not the good one.
The problem was it was sitting in my garage for 5 years, barely being touched because I didn't know where it was. So I was using this shitty reel.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? You gonna replace that and go fucking absolutely massacre some pike?
Yeah. I got a couple spinners that I want to test out that I picked up at the local bait shop, and I got a couple spinners I want to test out. I want to get a couple pike. I also want to go catfishing because catfishing is really fun.
Still never caught a catfish.
Really? I love catfishing.
Yeah, I never go for them.
I do sometimes, and the reason why I go for catfish is also because snakehead are up here.
Yeah.
And they're fucking delicious, and they're also super invasive, so you can catch as many as you want. So I like going catfishing because you can keep the catfish and you can keep the snakehead. So that's kind of
snakeheads are big too. They're big.
Yeah, I think the biggest one I've ever seen like in person was like 3 feet long, and they said that's not even half the size of like the biggest one that's ever been caught.
Yeah, they're large, and they encourage you to keep them. So it's
actually illegal to toss them back. Like even if you don't keep it, you still have to kill it.
No, well, I'm sure the game warden's not going to come by and say you didn't murder this.
Oh,
fish,
I know, but still, the same thing with mud guppies, the gobies. You ever seen gobies? They're fish they get by maybe about 6 inches long. They have like little suction.
Average.
They have like little average. They have like little suction cup shaped fins. And they bottom feeders, and they're super invasive. I use them as chum because you're not supposed to toss them back because they're really fucking invasive.
Huh? Never seen one.
In the Great Lakes, they are at least.
Yeah, I go for if I'm freshwater, I'm usually going for bass.
Oh, I love bass fishing. Remember the bass we were pulling out of Honeyoy?
Yeah. Well, there was one like really good sized one. There was a bunch of small rock bass, but then there's a picture. Well, you should post that in the Discord.
Yeah, I have to see if I can fish that one back out.
I probably have it somewhere on my.
Because you took the picture.
Phone. Yeah, I think so, but I think it was on my old phone. But it probably uploaded to the cloud, if you will. Speaking of the cloud, are you paying for storage right now?
For what?
Just anything. Like, do you have like things backed up?
No.
Like your photos, your documents?
Nope.
Really? Not even on an external hard drive?
I have a hard drive.
One.
No, I have 3. One's not installed, and 2 are in the computer. So like worst case scenario, I can literally that hard drive has no OS on it. So like worst case scenario, I unplug it and I just have like all my data on it.
You don't back things up?
No, I don't back things up. Are you kidding me?
You're insane.
Half the stuff I have is backed up anyway. What am I going to do? Back up all like 2 terabytes of porn I have? I could get it all back.
Yeah, but it takes time.
Yeah.
And resources.
10 years of collecting porn.
Right? You're never going to get that back. You're crazy. You really don't back things up.
Nope, I don't.
I have like backups of backups.
The only things
and then put things on cloud.
The other thing
I'm not too onto the cloud.
The other things I back up, and like my idea of backup is literally putting it on my hard drive because whatever. I put things like I have like a 32 gig USB that I usually use to back up like certain photos and stuff like that. And I need to get the stuff back on there because I was using this as a Windows installation thing, and I need to like take that off and put the thing back on there because it has been a while since I've used that. I did it for my brother's computer like a couple months ago, and I forgot to change everything back out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So like right now, if you got completely wiped out right now, you there's nothing on there that you would miss.
Oh yeah, I'd miss everything. But
then fucking back it up. Go get $60.
But I also I'm a data hoarder though. That's the thing. Like there's not a lot that I care about. Like I like all the pictures I've ever taken that I save on my computer and stuff like that. I couldn't even tell you the last time I looked at them.
Yeah, but let me paint you a picture. You're 77 years old. Okay?
I hope I don't still have all that shit when I'm 77 years old.
Your memory's not what it used to be. You're forgetting a few things. Right? The grandkids show up. Grandpa Diff, tell us about your life. Well, I can't remember anything because I have no pictures, right? Now here's alternate timeline. Grandkids show up. Grandpa Diff, tell us about your life. Well, buckle up, bitches, because we got this backed up into a slideshow with fucking YouTube videos. Here's my life.
Okay,
Look how
okay.
awesome I am.
On the YouTube
Look how
thing,
sick this
I'm
is.
a content creator. All the shit that I want to keep is already on most of these websites anyway. And like the stupid photos, I'm not a big picture taker. I'm really not. Like not like a photography picture taker. I'm not like whip out my phone and take an opportunity. And if I do, it's getting posted on something. So like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, stuff like that. That's all. Those are my cloud systems because everything I do, TikTok, like everything gets posted on those. Nothing about my life is very like I have these for me. Like so, like it's just one of those things. Like I've never really needed to because like hell, I delete half the half-past broke stuff after it's already posted on YouTube because it's there. It's on YouTube.
Now, I don't want to get political at all, but I'm only going to say this one thing is you saw what happened when they were threatening to take TikTok down unless it was bought by an American company. Like that can happen and they could take down whole fucking companies and your shit's just gone.
Oh yeah, but that's the same thing with cloud storage.
That's why I have hard drives.
That's what I just said. I have a hard drive.
You have internal storage.
Okay, you want me to buy an external? How much do external hard drives cost? I never even thought about it.
They're so cheap right now. You could probably get a 1 terabyte, which would handle all your photos and like some music and some video for like $50.
I looked up external hard drive, and as soon as I put external, it was hard drive and hemorrhoid were the top two.
Well, let's look up both just to be safe. Yeah, asking for a friend.
Yeah, Western Digital has...
Yeah, probably $50-$60 for 1 terabyte. I think I got a fucking 6 terabyte for like 120.
2 terabyte West Seagate for 57. 2 terabyte
Beautiful.
Western Digital for 59.
Right, and you just I don't know. I just hate to see like all. To me, it's all memories. But I'm also a photographer, so all my photography that I've taken over the last 10 whatever years, it's all on my hard drives. If I lost it, that'd be devastating. My whole portfolio, devastating. The videos I've taken, the programs. You're always gonna have the key, but like the files, right? Like templates, everything. Like if my main hard drive went and was unable to be recovered, or like if there was a fire or I got robbed, right? Like I have it on externals. And could those fail and could those go into a fire and could they get stolen? Yeah, but I never want to say I didn't do what I could to try.
Yeah,
you picking up what I'm putting down?
Maybe I'll pick up an external hard drive at some point. I still need to install the fucking internal hard.
Yeah, you never even. Well, that's the great thing about an external hard drive. It's a USB plug-in, so there's no excuse not to plug it in. This man's had how long have you had that? Over a month now.
It's like 2 months now.
Yeah, he has a beautiful Western Digital Blue Series NVMe 1 terabyte M.2 hard drive or SSD, whatever you kids call it these days.
What is it? Is this 1 terabyte? Oh, it is 1 terabyte. Holy
yeah,
shit, this thing is massive.
I know. Yeah. And it's just been sitting on his desk for 2 months.
I don't want to have to mess with my OS.
I'll buy it from you. Whatever you got it for, I'll buy it from you.
I'll give you price.
No way. I'll give you $5 over what you paid
I'm gonna
for
install it eventually.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will.
No, you're not.
I will. I promise. I will.
What's the time frame? Can we place bets? I say by next month it's still not in. I say 1 month from today it's still not in.
Next episode.
No way.
Next episode.
Ooh, do I take this bet? Ooh.
What are the stakes here?
Yeah. Hold on. Well, because if it's too good of a bet, you're gonna do it on principle. But I feel like if we didn't bring this up right now, if somebody approached me with a side bet saying like, dude, what do you want to bet that his hard drive isn't in by next month, I would take that bet. But now that I know that you're incentivized to put it in, it's not a fair bet, right? Because you're completely in control. But like, if you didn't know that I was making the bet,
but the thing is,
guarantee in a month from now it wouldn't be in.
You're assuming that even with a bet, I'd be motivated enough to do this.
I can't take the bet now, but like, will you have it in my? You think you'll put it in my next episode?
I'll put it in on like Saturday or maybe Sunday when after work.
Now, are we talking with a full OS install on it?
I don't know if I'm gonna put the OS on it or if I'm just gonna use that to game off of. I can't decide because it's 1 terabyte, and I'd hate to have like that terabyte taken up by anything. I'm much rather.
Your OS is nothing. Your OS is absolutely nothing. Like,
Your OS is nothing.
Your OS is nothing. It takes up no space. Let me see how many.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like,
I want a clean install where I don't have to like format my anything. I just want to like get the OS on there and then get the OS off the other one. That's all I want to do.
There's a way to transfer it. I don't know how. Talk to Liv. She's been pretty into the CompTIA stuff and everything, or just a simple Google search.
Yeah.
But, okay. So Windows.
That's the biggest problem is I haven't like brought myself to the point to actually do the Google search, and I just probably should at some point. Just look it up and do it.
A fresh install of Windows 10 takes up about 15 gigs. So it's 15 gigs, but
that's
on a 1 terabyte, it's a fraction.
Yeah. Well, and you know what my biggest apprehension is, because my hard drive that I had, the hard drive that I have in here, my 2 terabyte hard drive,
yes,
had an OS on it when I plugged it in. And now I have a D drive on here that's system reserved for an OS that I can't touch. So that's like, I don't know, however much space is on here that I can't touch, but there's a reserved spot for it. So my biggest fear is I'm going to take this off and put it on this SSD and still have that space reserved on the other SSD.
Well, there's ways around all that.
Yeah.
These are problems that have arisen in the last 30 years and have workarounds, have ways around it. People have done the legwork for you. We know how to handle this.
I'm just gonna call my local tech guy and be like, "Yo, do this shit for me."
Wow, to plug an M.2 into your motherboard.
Yes. I know how to do it. I can see the spot for it.
Do it.
I'm not doing it right now.
Shove a fucking hard drive in your computer.
Yeah, right?
Shut the whole computer.
I got this, guys.
Yeah.
Just short the whole thing.
We'll be back in 30 seconds, faster than ever.
But yeah, that's whatever.
So what do you think? Next week?
Yeah, I'll have it in by the next podcast.
I don't think it will be, but I'm not going to bet because as soon as you're incentivized, then you'll do it.
It is,
but
it is absolutely likely to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be in by next week. That's all I really got for today. I think we really covered everything I wanted to cover. What else do we have?
Oh, I wanted to talk about the free game that came out today.
Oh yeah, I just installed. I didn't install. I just downloaded it.
I did too.
No, or whatever.
Well, not
got it.
Got it. Yeah.
I got it. What is it? I forget what it is already.
Space dogfighting, which is
Rebel
really
Galaxy.
Cool. Yeah, Rebel Galaxy. Let's see. Yeah, Rebel Galaxy. Void Bastards. Oh my god. Ukulele. Do you remember Ukulele?
No. Is it the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie?
No, it's like this old ass open world platformer game. I can't remember what it came out a while ago, and it's free next week. It came out in 2017 by Platonic, but it's basically
I'm looking at this Rebel Galaxy right now.
But yeah, I would play Ukulele. Honestly, that's actually might be a game I stream. So starting next week, I might have a new game to stream. But yeah, Rebel Galaxy looked really cool. It looked like basically like space dogfighting. It's single player.
Can I use my joystick? Single player controller support.
I'm assuming with controller support, anything with controller support can be used with a joystick. Have you seen people play Apex with a joystick?
No. Do they?
Yeah, there's people that do.
No way.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. There are people that play like random ass games. Like someone made a potato controller, like a controller with a potato, and used it. So like anything that has controller support can be used.
Well, now we're gonna have to try Apex with a flight stick. Speaking of flight stick, everyone, feel free to go ahead and follow me on Twitch at Oh, hold on, wait, no. http://www.
Oh, whoa, you're not gonna give them the security one?
Whoa, no, they don't get it.
HTTPS, bro.
No,
come on.
No way. No. http://.
It's 2021. Practice safe internet.
I guess you're right.
Don't
get your identity stolen. Yeah. I was trying to think of something funny. SBEric407 on Twitch. Check it out. We're doing a national parks tour. We're flying we started in Acadia. We went to Cuyahoga in Ohio. We went down to Shenandoah, to the Great Smoky Mountains, we are in Congaree right now in North Carolina. And probably later tonight, so you won't be there in time for this. I'm going to be cruising down to Biscayne National Park. I believe it's in the Keys. So we're going to be doing that. And then we'll run a couple Florida national parks and then start heading into central United States. So check it out if you're interested in that.
I'm excited to see you back at Flight Sim. Back in the cockpit.
Back in the cockpit.
Hey, nice cockpit.
Damn it. So yeah, check me out on there. Check me out in general because I look good.
What I got going on is I'm gonna do less of a like hard mode challenge and more of I want 100% Skyrim. I have had Skyrim for 10 years, and I have never 100% of the game.
Do people do that?
I guess less than 1% though.
Really?
I saw like 1.9% of people have a completion on it.
Now, is that on your friends list? Or
no,
is that
on
global?
PC, on global. Like, let's see. I was trying to find it. How many people on Steam?
I've never even beat Skyrim.
Completed all achievements on Skyrim.
What do we got? What are the statistics? What are we working with? Give me the numbers.
Okay, so it's hard to see because like the global achievements just shows like each individual achievement, but the lowest one I see is 3.4% of people. Like if you go by like the lowest percentage of people that have completed like one achievement, that's how you can tell who has completed all of them, I'm assuming. So 3.4% is the lowest like percentage of people that have completed one challenge. So I'm assuming that's reflective of how many people have completed the entirety of the challenges. So 3.4% of people that own Skyrim Special Edition have 100% of the game.
Have you seen the mod on Skyrim where you can turn the dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine?
Have you seen the ones where it turns into Maverick riding the F1?
No.
F-16.
I love modders.
Oh man, some of the mods are. I can't do mods though, because it disables achievements. But
oh yeah.
But I currently have 55 out of 75. I need 20 more achievements to complete Skyrim. So I'm gonna be focusing on that the next couple streams I do. I'm still gonna be doing Pokemon, but I want to take a break from the bug one because I'm at a point right now. It is very, very hard. It's getting hard. It's getting very hard because gold, silver are very unforgiving games. They have some of the highest level enemies, and bug is just bad in gold and silver because a lot of flying types, a lot of fire types, blah 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 blah. So like I've been having a very, very hard time with it. And
Really?
is like not to the point where I'm like soured from it. I just want to break from it, and that's why I did like the Team Rocket game last week.
I like that. I like that.
That was really cool, and like that's why I did the
Schmergle?
the Smeargle challenge on Emerald, which
Mhm.
sucked. That actually pissed me off a little
Really?
bit.
Really?
Oh my god,
see it.
I didn't realize
missed
how
it.
shit his stat. I knew how shit his stats were. I didn't appreciate how bad they would be even when I'm over leveled. I was like 10 levels ahead of my rival's Pokemon, and I was still getting my dick kicked in.
Really? Just stomped.
Yeah, just absolutely fucking stomped. So
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
kind of over it.
I'm surprised you brought because you did the bug completion for Fire Red. I'm surprised you brought it over. I'm surprised you didn't change the challenge and go to like all flying or all electric or something.
You know, I thought about
change
that.
with the generation.
I thought about that. I was gonna change the challenge for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I might do that. I might just like wipe that playthrough and try again. I'm gonna do normal types.
Okay, what's the advantage or disadvantage to that?
Normal types
just don't know.
aren't super effective against anything, but they can't be hit by ghosts. The only thing that's strong against them is fighting. So the only weakness you have is fighting types. There's only one gym that has a fighting type Pokemon in it. And normal types learn a lot of shit. And they have some of the highest like stats I've ever seen. Because normal type moves aren't strong against anything. But they're also not.
They're not?
Yeah, they're not strong against anything. But they're weak against things. So it's like it's a challenge in and of itself, but you're not as much of a disadvantage as, say, bugs, because bugs have a lot of disadvantage. Like bugs notoriously have low stats. Bug Pokemon do. Other than Heracross. Heracross used to be a meta competitive Pokemon.
Heracross is a raid Pokemon right now in Pokemon Go. You can get a shiny Heracross.
Ooh, I like Heracross a lot, but it's just you know, I was getting sick of the bug thing because I was hitting repeat offenders, and you know what? I wish I had just started the challenge all over again, which I'm gonna end up doing. You know, I'm gonna just wipe that clean. Maybe I'll do Heart Gold tomorrow, and I'll do.
So, hear me out here.
Mm-hmm.
So the people don't feel cheated, right? So the people don't feel as if they've been along for this ride. Why not just blast everything to 100, and then rip through the rest of the game and then restart?
I would, but that would take forever.
Cheat. Rare candy glitch. Everyone level 100, rip through it, and then restart.
I beat the first 8 gyms. I think that says something. That's almost
Elite Four. We need a sense of closure.
So what if I did just the Elite Four for the first part of Heart Gold? You know how you go from Johto to Kanto? You do the Elite Four twice.
I think.
If I did the first Elite Four, do you think that would be a good wrap up for that playthrough? Because I've already beaten the Kanto Elite Four. Technically, already beaten the Kanto Elite Four. So if I do the Heart Gold, the Johto Elite Four, that will wrap it up for me at least.
I think that would be a lot better than just, you know, like guys, we've been along for this ride the whole time. Sorry for, you know, see ya. I think if you just go hit the Johto Elite Four.
I'm at the road to victory right now, so like I should be able to do it. Like probably next stream I should be able to do it. I actually cut out every Pokemon but Heracross and Fortress because they're the only 2 good ones.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a nice little wrap up to the series, and you know, I don't know.
I know. I see what you're saying, and I appreciate the feedback because I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with that. Because I was kind of apprehensive about starting over, and I think if I wrap it up and then I go to normal types, in Heart Gold Soul Silver, because I love Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's like one of my favorite ones. Good. It's just a remastering of an already excellent game.
Yeah, I was really into gold. I had gold version. My buddy had silver.
I had gold too.
So to me, that's just like, I played blue version when it came out, and I was really into it. But like, I was still very young, and when gold version came out, I was like able to fully comprehend the depth of the game, and like how good of a game it actually was. And that's the one. Gold is what I put the most hours in.
I think it was Ruby for me, Gen 3. I played
right.
a fuck ton of Gen 3 because that came out in Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Advance was like the best thing since sliced bread. It was so cool. The graphics looked cleaner and everything.
I stand corrected. You are right.
Yeah,
you're right. I put a lot more hours probably into like Alpha Sapphire or even regular Sapphire.
Yeah.
But for me, Pokemon Gold version was like when I was really into it, and it was it was a magical time.
Speaking of which, guess what I still have from my childhood? Remember when the Game Boy Advanced Micros came out?
The SP?
No, this thing.
What the fuck is that?
You don't remember these? Look how fucking small this thing is. It still works.
What? I've never seen that.
I could like it does. I can't find the charger for it, but it still works.
What kind of chargers does it take?
Unique one because it's It's Nintendo.
USB-C.
Yeah, it's not even USB-C. It like had like its own specific shape. It doesn't even fit the old DS chargers. But I love this thing. Like, and I can't believe I still have it. And the best part about these is it came with a removable faceplate.
Oh, interchangeable. That's
so
cool
you
stuff.
could change it out, and like if this gets all scratched up like mine is, like you could literally just replace it.
That's really fun. There's I mean, see how much that thing's worth. I know there's a couple Game Boy Advance SPs. There's a certain serial number where if it like ends in a certain code, it's worth a ton of money.
Oh, I have to check it out. Mine's like, I mean, not in good shape. I used to carry this in my pocket with me. This was actually because I didn't want to take my DS with me everywhere when I was in the military. I used to carry this around with me because the charge would last forever on this thing because it's such a small little device.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. How big's the screen on that? It's tough to get a gauge.
It's probably like, I mean, it's like 2 segments of my finger long.
So average.
Average. I'd say it's about 2 inches by 1 inch. It's not big. It's not a big screen.
Does it strain your eyes?
Oh yeah, but like I used to just sit there. I used to just sit there and play this all the time. I love this fucking thing. It's like the cutest little thing, and like the freaking the Game Boy Advance cartridges take up so much space on it. Like it's 90% of it. It's Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh man, are you playing that? Or you just have this for show right now?
I just have it for show because I saw someone on TikTok posted up like, what is the one thing you have? What is like the one old piece of technology that you have that still works? And I'm like, it's probably this fucking 15-year-old Game Boy Advanced, or probably even older. I don't remember.
I was gonna say
this.
Probably more than 15.
I was definitely in middle school when I got this. So shit.
Those things are so cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Like it's such a cool thing. It had sand in it at one point. I've like air dusted it out and everything. It's like it's beautiful. I can't believe this thing still fucking works.
Indestructible. If you look at a Switch the wrong way, it breaks.
It's
a Nintendo Switch. If a slight breeze gusts your Nintendo Switch, your fucking Joy-Cons are broken.
Yeah, and then you got this thing. They're like, okay, so size comparison, like you know how the size of a phone.
Yeah. Wow, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's really fucking small.
That's pretty cool though. I like that. That's fun. That's I like nifty old technology like that is nostalgic, right? It really brings you back to a time and a place.
Yeah, it really does. Well, that's all I had. I just wanted to show off that because I dug it up and I was like, this is really fucking cool, and I wanted to talk about it.
We're really retro today with the t-shirts, the
Game Boys.
Seriously.
Oh my god, this is like my life right here.
Yeah. We're pretty retro. I believe we are ahead of the times. Speaking of, is this retro? But tie-dye's coming back in a big way.
Oh, I'd love to make a couple sleeveless tie-dyes.
That's like it's coming back in a big way. So you heard it here. Probably not first because it's probably been on the upswing for a while. But like, thanks for tuning in for slightly late fashion advice. But yeah, tie-dye's coming back in a big way. So we're gonna be tie-dyeing some shirts, staying ahead of the fashion curve. Making it happen.
Yep.
So that's your fashion tidbit for today. Go wear tie-dye and go look for open packages. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Did we get him for another one?
Yeah, we got him for another one. I think this was a good one. We really like played on people's nostalgia, really scamming the viewers into sticking around.
We could probably get a job at Nintendo at this point. They say, what's your qualifications? We're like, I don't know. We guilt people into buying shit.
Yeah, we really play on people's nostalgia.
Yeah. We make people remember back when their life didn't suck. Like, you're hired. You're the new CEO.
You're right. Go right.
You're brilliant.
You're the chief financial officer. That's how you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it, man. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
You want to you want to do the outro? I don't do the outro anymore. I'm
okay. Fine.
I don't care.
Fine.
I'm beyond
I'll
that.
do the outro.
I'll do the intro next time.
I like the intro. Anyway,
I want both. I'm gonna level with you. I want both.
We'll take turns. How about that? We'll take turns. After today, every other time we'll just take turns doing it.
3 on, 3 off.
No.
Yeah.
What is this? A divorce court? No, just do it every other time.
We need a third party in here to divvy up the intros and outros.
All right. You know what? This has been Half Past Broke with Tiff and Eric. Thank you so much for stopping in. We'll let you know how the court proceedings went, and you'll see next week.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Am I gonna end?
Yeah, I'm saying.
See ya.